Hi, it's Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm just going to do a little video to show how the Oxy-Dry van is set up for cleaning, and this is set up for residential. I do have a commercial machine which is not in the van right now, and when we're doing a commercial, of course, it'll be set up a little bit differently, but this is how we typically have the van set up. This is a 2008 Chevrolet Uplander. I've had it since new, and I really like it a lot. Hey, look at that license plate. Having that license plate helps me to find it in the parking lot. Right. Anyway, so this is it, and as you can see, it's in very good condition. I do like to keep my vehicle looking good. After all, I'm in the cleaning business, so I should have a clean, professional looking vehicle. You can see there's the back door, and so looking in the back, we have a shelf up along the top there where I have mostly the pads are up there. I have the cotton ones are there. I've got two ways back there, microfiber scrub strips at the back. These are my stair pads, both two-way and microfiber. And shelf on the right here, which contains quite a few gallons. I don't know if you can see. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gallons or so up there of different solutions. Also underneath I have a few more extra things, blocks and extra stair machine. I'll show you my regular stair machine. That's a Stepson. Fogging unit over on the right. Miscellaneous items. This is actually my upholstery cleaning machine. That's a Von Schroeder Esprit. And in the behind it actually is, right back there, is my leather cleaning kit with all the extra solutions and things like that for doing leather. There's an extra drop cloth there, which I rarely use, but I have it just in case. My fiber pads are right there, of course. And actually underneath this tarp here, there is a box, and there's actually an extra cleaning head for the Esprit sitting in there. The bag for the Esprit, which has the head and the vacuum hose and solutions and everything, is actually right there. Dry block for the rotary right there. I have two brushes. There's my regular brush right here, and a brand new one, or nearly new one here, which is a little more aggressive, although still a very fine bristle. Sorry about the dog barking in the background, but that's that annoying dog in the neighborhood. That'll be where my dirty pads go through the day. Obviously a bucket just for mixing things up, carrying that around. Occasionally I have to mix things up there. Over here I actually have an extension cord in the back there, a power cord for the Oric, which I'll show in a minute, and a Swiffer, and a short S-wand. I'll show you the long one in a sec, with the there it is, the attachment Florence. Actually, there's my lift buddy. That's hardly ever used, so that's why it's sitting back there. But occasionally I'll have to use it. And then right here, hanging underneath, I have a small rake. I rarely use a rake, so I don't need a big one. I have a broom, which is actually more often would be used for certain types of area rugs, for example. Here's the S-wand, which has, I don't know if I can see on the end. I'll get it out the other end. Anyway, that's the S-wand we use for doing edges primarily, but we carry regular tubes as well, which I'll show you that. So that's from the back. Use up every inch. Obviously, in a small vehicle, you need to use a lot. See, I dropped a. Oops. Hang on, I'll put that there for a minute. Anyway, over here, this door, the main machine, which is the Oxy-Dry set soil extraction transfer technology machine. rotary. I have my stair mix right there, and an empty pressure can there for if I need to mix up something special. This is the end of the S1, which has got a modified upholstery tool attached to the end there, which is very useful. This is obviously the front end of the solution. What am I saying now? Like the shelving unit. And I have another shelving unit across here with miscellaneous things in it. I got lots of storage for various things. I actually carry 12 gallons ready to use, and they're in there's 4 jugs behind the seats right here. My power cord for the rotary, a cymbal bag for when I go up to condos, and that sort of thing. I carry the dry blocking pads in the cymbal bag, which works just great. And I actually have a couple of extra water bottles in the tank. So those are the primary spotters that are in there. But when we go up to a condo or into a home, we actually take the spotting tray, which I'll show you from the other side. I have a water claw down there. Almost never use it because I have this unit, which I'll show from the other side. And my protein vacuum is sitting right here, which is actually not a primary vacuum. But on some carpets, it's actually the vacuum to use. Then I'll go around to the other side. So here is the protein and this really nice little extraction unit here, which is I guess they call it an Avenger. I think it's made by who the heck is it made by? That'll come to me eventually. But nice unit. They do still make them, and the nice thing about it is more of a vertical machine, so it fits in so nicely, and it's got lots of power. It has it'll spray as well, although I actually don't use that, so I don't even have that hook. I just have to get a hose on there. Anyway, no big deal. And of course the Oric is sitting right here, which is our primary stair machine. And I see my employee didn't put that away correctly. I'll fix that in a minute. This is actually a wallpaper steamer, which is great for getting out wax. And sometimes you get that hard candy that'll just dissolve it to nothing in no time. And you have that. Again, a few different solutions. Oh yeah, that's the I can't remember what that was. I got a hairdryer up there. Occasionally you need that. Another little pump up sprayer there for certain things. Just everything you think you might need. I almost never use it, but when you need it and you don't have it in there, that's when you need it, right? This is actually the spotting tray. That whole thing comes in as we go and do a job, and we carry in here miscellaneous spotters. There's the 2 tubes to hook up to the wand when we're doing edges. If we don't use the S wand, which actually works better, there's the primary upholstery tool, and goes on the end of the hose. Here's the hose, of course. It's about a 30-foot hose, I think, which hooks up to this vacuum right here, which is actually covered with a towel. I'll get off in a sec. And behind here, I've got a cooler. And the reason the cooler is in here is because it gets very warm here in the Okanagan. Sometimes you can get up to 40 degrees, but certainly mid-30s fairly often in the summer. And some solutions don't like that heat, so I have a couple of different things that I carry in there. And I can actually, that particular cooler has a built-in cooling system. It's I'm not even sure how it works, but it's 12 volt, and it actually keeps the temperature pretty darn cool, even though you don't actually really have to use I had it, so I used it. It just worked out great. So, but a normal cooler without even a cooling system will keep solutions about 20 or 30 degrees below what it would be in the van normally. And there's the main vacuum. I have a briefcase with actually just business cards and extra brochures in there. And then my vacuum bags for the protein. I actually have some Kirby vacuum bags there. Although I actually haven't got the Kirby normal bag on this particular vacuum. And booties, although I actually use the little blue plastic ones which are in the back. Actually, I didn't point those out, but anyway, everything I need is here. And of course, the driving compartment, front seats, garbage can, obviously, miscellaneous things in between, underneath, a little shelf, and I have a few things under here on my estimate book for commercial, etc. My measuring tape is up, or measuring roller is up there, and that's pretty much the way we set it up. It's well packed, obviously, and I carry everything I need. You need to carry what you might need, because the day you empty your vehicle of that one thing you occasionally use, the next day is the day you're going to need it. It never fails. So there's a lot of pads in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20 plus cotton pads. Those are the Iron Man 2 ways back there, and microfibers. Those are the small ones for the step machine, and more the bigger ones back there. And yeah, I guess that's about it. There's of course in the back. Oh, there's the booties, and there's a fan back in the back there, and yeah, just everything I need. So that's how I have this van set up. And for those of you who are getting into the business and aren't sure how to set things up, having the shelf across the back for your pads is an excellent idea, because it gets them out of the way and there's space up there that you wouldn't be using otherwise, probably. So maybe that'll give you some ideas. There you go.